approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with the Chicago Bears. M&T Bank Stadium. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Gotta go.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Burton. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Second and 6, just inside the 30. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. Now it's Trubisky. And that is incomplete. The veteran Eric Weddle there to break that one up.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll indeed go for it with Trubisky. Over the middle, complete. That's Burton. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the sticks make a drastic shift forward. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Looking to throw Trubisky on 1st down. Incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Trubisky. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Burton. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 6 yards is hiccup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Trubisky to throw again. Throw left side complete. That's Cohen. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 15 yards down to the 15 and a 1st down. A first trip to the red zone for the Bears. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, in on the stop.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Trubisky now off the bootleg. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And here he'll get it down to the 7. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Defensively, they better figure something out. Opening drive, he already has 4 catches.
And if you have to figure out how to stop him defensively, that usually means you weaken your defense. That means that now the offense is doing the dictating, and they should have other things open up as well.
18.
3rd and 2. Now Trubisky. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be...
It's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
And he tugged this one badly. It's no good. Wide left. And this will remain a scoreless game. So we would have figured that one to be 3 points in the bank. But this game, can be unpredictable at times.
Yeah, he knew he needed to pull it ever so slightly to get it going in the right direction. But he seemed to put a little too much on it. And from short range, that is a bad miss for an NFL kicker.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Now the first carry for Ty Montgomery. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. On 3rd down, Jackson. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. Tariq Cohen is deep for the Bears. Job on the return there, 16 yards. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. For the Chicago Bears, Charles, it's kind of the dust settles on this season. How do you think that they will remember it? Because right now, the fresh wound is there with the missed field goal. We get that. But this is a pretty good season they just had.
It certainly has been. Remember, they were last in the NFC North in 2018. They won the division in 2019, their first NFC North title since 2010. They acquired Khalil Mack to begin the year. And remember, they had a heartbreaking loss at Green Bay on a Sunday night to open the season. A lot of teams would have gone south after that. Instead, they went 7-1 at home, won 9 of 10 to close the year. They're going to be heard from in the seasons to come.
This is Howard on 2nd down. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Robinson. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A Chicago 1st down to former Jag Allen Robinson on the catch from Trubisky. Trubisky now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a 1st down here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are. Figure out the things that they really want to accomplish and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
On 2nd down, here's Trubisky. And Miller with it over the middle. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. First target, first catch, and a 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks. Now
Trubisky on 1st down. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. No gain on the screen there. It's second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's second and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now. Remain in a scoreless first half. We're back to Baltimore after this. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. Trubisky now to throw on 3rd down. This will be caught at about the 5. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4.
He's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Parkey's kick is good. And it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal.
So maybe now the mentality changes in this game, because anytime you can get to the red zone, and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
For Baltimore, Charles, if you look back to this season, it was pretty interesting. They start 4-5. You think John Harbaugh may not be there. He's on thin ice. Joe Flacco's at quarterback. But then Lamar Jackson comes in, and everything changed. Their whole offense changed.
It certainly did, because of the infusion of speed at the quarterback position. And throws the ball a little bit better from the pocket than maybe he got credit for. Has to get better at that. But I think people had to adjust, because Joe Flacco as a quarterback, you knew where he would be every time. 3 to 5 steps behind center, you could go get him. With Lamar Jackson, he could be anywhere and make a big play. And how about that deep?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Leonard Floyd in there to sack him for a loss of 6.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast, and a big sack. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. From the gun, it's Jackson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Danny Trevathan.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On 1st down, they run with Howard. And an alley to run. And a solid run down inside the 30. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Let's go, let's go.
Now Trubisky to throw on 2nd. They'll set up the screen to Howard. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. The offense on 3rd down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. They missed a field goal earlier, so possibly as a result, that's why they're going to try to go for it here on 4th down. Trubisky with a give to Howard. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Lock in.
They go play action here on 1st down. And this is caught at the 8. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Not time enough for a play and then a timeout, you wouldn't think. So with 4 seconds left, they're going for it. Final play of the half. It's Trubisky. And a tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. A line of scrimmage once again, the 5, as they get ready for 2nd and goal.
Lock in.
They'll throw now on the final play. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway. It's a short kick taken near the 18. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. They go play action now. Jackson. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Detroit!
On 3rd down, they go Montgomery. And he showcases the spin. A pretty good gain before he's taken down. It's a pickup of 6, but it's not going to be enough. And the punt team's going to be summoned on 4th down. Montgomery, they'll run for it. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. That's a fourth down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. Now a play fake here on first down. He gets this one to Michael Crabtree. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory. A big play that time for the Ravens. 43 yards. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. And now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They'll run. This is Allen. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. They hold him again, and now all of a sudden it's 3rd and goal at the 1. This is 3rd and goal. Still looking for the first points of the game. Now flags come in. I think one of the Ravens got going a little early. A bad time for a false start penalty as they're backed up now for 3rd and goal. Jackson. Oh, he almost had the rare interception. The big fella couldn't hang on, though. Incomplete.
My man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
Yeah, really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They go with Howard to begin the drive. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. On 2nd down, Trubisky rolling to his right. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Over the middle, complete. That's Burton. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. That'll put him at 66 receiving yards now for the game, and he's got a first down. From midfield now, here's Trubisky. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now it's Trubisky. And he whips that one incomplete there. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time. 3rd down here. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And now another one thrown incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right, you look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. And now Jackson will throw it. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. The Ravens on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 11. Jackson from the shotgun. Steps away to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep, back over the middle. Incomplete. He had his hands on it, but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Here's Sam Cook now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Back now in Baltimore. It's been a tight, low-scoring affair thus far. 3-3 is our score heading into the 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll begin the drive with Howard. And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. it's Howard. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
Not too many more ideal situations than 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down.
Lock in.
They go counter with Howard. And he powers his way up past the 30. Terrell Suggs in on the tackle.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
They run play action for Howard. Now Trubisky. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Down right around the 25. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 2nd down, here's Jackson. But it's caught by Crabtree. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. They'll run for it. This is Allen. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. It was the linebacker Leonard Floyd on the stop. So they pass on the chance to kick the go-ahead field goal, and that may be one they're going to regret big time.
And I think the head coach is going to have some splaining to do, right? Because in this situation, you kick the field goal to give yourself that chance at victory. By going for it, maybe you're saying you don't trust your field goal kicker, or maybe he knows something we don't. Maybe the kicker's hurt. So there'll be a lot of questions in the post-game press conference.
Makes the rest of this 4th quarter and the rest of this game very interesting. Now Howard. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Throwing now is Trubisky. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. Call it a gain of 5. And that'll bring up a 3rd down.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
Now Trubisky to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Here's Pat O'Donnell now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Jones on the return. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a 1st down. So there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the 1st.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Michael Crabtree, the intended receiver, and it's 2nd down. He has had a great game defensively. He's been east-west, north-south, everywhere.
Yeah, and I love how you described that, because to be a great defender, you have to be able to move up and back, sideline to sideline, and he's been fantastic. Reminds me of a young Charles Davis when he was playing Madden.
Absolutely. Oh, wow. I thought you were going to go on the field, but okay, I see you. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down, couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing, because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion, but I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
The reason that counter or misdirection plays work so well is that usually you've given them a reason to think that everything's going to the direction that starts initially. You've run that type of a play throughout the game. You've given them that look, and now you're going to counter things and bring it back the other way. Almost a tendency breaker at times. And a lot of it is making sure that you have an illusion, almost like a magician. Look over here, but the play is actually happening over there, and that's where a running back's vision comes into play. See the hole in a place where people don't expect and get there with some speed. And that's exactly what he did on that play.
Throwing here, Trubisky. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Brandon, that's a huge completion there. That puts them in field goal range, but let's face it. They don't want 3 here. They want 6. With these overtime rules, a touchdown finishes it off.
Yeah, looking to win it right away. Good to know, though, that they have 3 in their back pocket if they need it. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get this down to the 10. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
Come on, come on.
Looking to throw, Trubisky on first down. And that time almost intercepted. That would have changed things here in overtime, but instead, second down. Another nice job there defensively. They've really stymied their passing attempts, and it continues in overtime.
And for them to do that, that means they've had to be cohesive on defense. Pressure in the quarterback's face. Good coverage of not just the wide receivers, but the tight end, the running backs when they try and slip out, and making sure they're at the point of attack. When the ball's in the air, they get there and help force some of those incompletions.
He'll get it up the middle. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. Biggest play now in this opening drive of overtime. This is 3rd and goal. Trubisky will throw. And this will be caught. It's a touchdown. An absolute stunned silence here as they have come in and stolen this one in overtime. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime. A little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic end.
For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. From Baltimore, so long, everybody.